She says, by the way, thank God I don't have children. I don't intend to have any at any point in my life. I am a very happy, child-free African woman. And while I was reading this article, I started doing a bit of research about fertility rates in Kenya. Did you know in the 70s, we had one of the highest fertility rates in the world? Families were averaging 8 children per woman. 8 kids. As of last year, 2024, it has dropped to about 3 kids per woman. So something must have changed. In fact, this lady from Mombasa says, children are an unnecessary burden. I don't want them. And it's a growing trend. I want you to do your own study today. Meet up with Gen Zs, young Kenyan ladies, and even Kenyan men, young ones. They will tell you, I don't want kids. Full stop. And my question this morning is why? Ladies, what's the main reason? What's that one thing you've observed, you've seen that has made you decide, I don't want kids. Sitaki. And for you as a man, by the way, also you, why don't you want toys? And by the way, if today your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance comes and tells you, I don't want children, is that a deal breaker? Or are you still going to continue and get married and be in a childless marriage? By choice, this one, by choice. Would you marry a woman who doesn't want to have kids? Gentlemen, give me a call. My number is 0711 046 105. It's a growing trend that Kenyan ladies nowadays are saying, I don't want kids. Full stop. This lady called Eyime. But you read that article. Very interesting article. I've posted it up on my X platform. Ebi Eyime, 34. She's already tied her tubes. Amesema I don't want kids. I need to understand why. And for you as a man, would you marry a woman who tells you today, yes, we can get married. I love you. My only thing is, no children. Hit me up. That number, 0711 046 105. You can also find me on X at Mike Mondo1 at Classic 105 Kenya. A hashtag, our morning conversation today. A growing trend among a lot of women, and especially young women today. They will say these words to you. I don't want kids. We can marry. We can date. But I don't want kids. And if you think this is a fib, I want you to go on my X and read this article of a lady called Ebi Eyime, 34 years old, well educated. She's done well for herself. She's doing well for herself. Lives in one of those upmarket areas of Mombasa, Nyali. But she says she's already tied her tubes. And in fact, and I quote her, children are unnecessary burden. I don't want them. Read that article. And me, I sat down and I'm wondering, Allah, what's going on? For her, it's not about the money. No. I just don't want kids. And I noticed, by the way, I'm doing my research, that the fertility rates, by the way, have been dwindling. As of last year, the average rate children per woman was 3. And yet in the 70s, it used to be 8. We had one of the highest fertility rates in the world. Here's what I want to find out this morning, ladies. And by the way, it is your choice, it is your prerogative. If you don't want kids, give me the reason why. I want to understand why. And for you as a man, if today your woman told you, I don't want children, is that a deal breaker? Festus Ongaga on X, you're telling me, Mike, it's uncalled for in our society. It's being lazy. Get children. It's God's commandment. Mpenda Wanyama is saying, being childless is a personal choice. There's nothing right or wrong about it. Each one decides for themselves. The ones I feel pity for are those who are childless, not by choice, but by fate. Cliff Baragu, you're telling me, good morning, Mike. Then what's the purpose of getting married if you don't want to bear kids, is what you're asking. Cheddar Mueller, you're saying, Mike, for me, lazima watoto. If I get a woman who does not want kids, that cannot work between us. What motivates me are my kids. I need to understand why. Give me a call. 0711046105. Talk to me.
Hello, Mike. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
My name is Julia.
Yes, sir. Talk to me, my dear. Karibu sana.
Imagine not all ladies say they don't want children,
Yes.
but the thing is, people are so scared about capital, about how they are going to raise their kids.
So it's a financial decision.
Most of the people is the financial decision and how they live their life.
So let me ask you,
Yes.
if you had all the money in the world, how many kids would you have?
As many as my husband will want.
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, akiitisha wewe unazalisha.
I do. I was born by my mother, so why can't I get a child and continue with the generation?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa sawa, thank you.
Wengine ni kujifanya wanajifanya wataki watoto juu wanajua after hapa ndaacha jina ama labda anaogopa, something like that.
Sawa sawa.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for that, eh?
Okay.
Good morning, Mike Modo.
Yes, good morning.
This is fantastic, Captain.
Yes, Captain Fantastic. Ongea na mimi.
Kwani Maina ameanza kuwa absentee ya darasa ingia leo na Friday haingii. Tutaanza kumark record, register yani.
Tutaanza kumark, tumwandikie kwa diary.
Alafu Mike.
Yes.
Marriage.
Yeah.
Is all about family.
Yes.
And it is nuclear family.
Yes.
And the nuclear family is not complete without children.
Uh-huh.
A nuclear family is a father,
yes,
mother, and children.
Uh-huh.
It's not about the father and the mother.
Okay.
And people marry because of the family they're gonna raise.
Yes.
That is the main. That is the wakati tulikuwa shule tulikuwa tunasoma ile kitu kwamba yani lakini ile agenda kuu.
Hiyo ndio utamu wa ndoa.
Yes, easy issues are bang boogie. you can get it anywhere wakati unataka with somebody different.
So
and that is sorry?
So in your opinion, you cannot be happily married without kids?
Okay. Let's get something straight here.
Yes.
If you are in a marriage,
yes,
and your wife cannot bear children,
yes,
or you can't bear children, that is something that different, you see?
No, I'm talking about ile by choice. Ile amesema
no. That is what I'm not advocating for. That ni pate msichana aniambia kwamba I won't give you children.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
Okay.
And you see the children, the wazungus, wazungus, they do what we call the compatibility test. Wapate kama compatible. Unaona?
Yeah.
Without that, kwa sababu wanataka watoto. Kama sio hivyo haiwezekani. So marriage without choice siwezi pata watoto, hiyo siwezi fanya.
Okay. Sawa. Yes. Asante sana.
Have a good day.
And you know, he's brought up a very interesting thing. Whether or not you can be happily married, but by choice, we don't want kids. Hatutaki watoi, but you're happily married. Keep calling 0711046105. I want to find out about these ladies. There's a new crop of ladies coming up, a trend happening where ladies are saying, I don't want children. In fact, it's become biblical. Cliff, uliokoka leo asubuhi, eh? So Cliff is quoting Genesis 1:28. God blessed them and said to them, be fruitful and increase in number, fill the earth and subdue it, rule over the fish and in the sea and the birds in the sky and over every living creature that moves on the ground. I understand that, Cliff, but in all fairness, there were only two people back then. At least according to the Bible. Here's what I'm asking. Why is it a lot of ladies today are by choice, especially young ladies, by choice saying, I won't have kids? Or even they put a caveat. There's an intern here at work who has told me, Mike, if my money is not right, I won't have kids. And it's not even at Hamza's money, no, her money. If it's not right, I won't have kids. It's a growing trend and a sentiment among women today. In fact, read the article that I posted up on my X platform of a lady called Ebi Weyime. She's 34. She's a successful woman, lives in uptown Mombasa in Nyali. She's already tied her tubes. And it's a growing trend among a lot of ladies who are actively deciding against motherhood. According to this lady, she says, children are unnecessary burden. I don't want them. I want to find out, by the way, why? Do you share the same sentiment as a woman today? Are you feeling like, hey, me, I don't want kids? What I've seen? Hey, catch me dead. And for you as a man, by the way, if your woman today told you, I don't want to have kids, is that a deal breaker? Hit me up, 0711 046 105. Talk to me.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
I want to talk about that issue of a kid.
Yes, talk to me.
Now, I do not think not having kids is a problem. These kids don't get to raise themselves. The parents, so they make the choice. They feel like I'm not going to be able to raise them. Well, I would want those particular reasons in my life to be alone.
Yes.
I don't think it's a conversation.
Okay, so it is for you. There's no issue here.
There is absolutely no issue.
Okay, shukran.
Hi,
Hi, good morning.
I'm good. You?
I'm very well. Talk to me.
Let me tell you mine.
hiyo topic ya watoto hiyo,
yeah.
Mimi naona tu watu wabaki, kila mtu wabaki tu na mtoto mmoja mmoja.
Let me ask you, demi yako akwambie me I don't want kids, we can get married but no children.
Wewe demi yako kweli au huyo ni kasongo?
Ati ni kasongo?
Yeah.
So lazima watoto?
Lazima mtoto mmoja, si watoto. Kwa nini tunataka kuanzisha nursery?
At least akupatie mmoja.
Mmoja tu, mmoja is enough.
Okay. Sawa, yeah. Sawa. Thank you.
Thank you.
In fact, I would like to talk to someone who's conscious, a lady who's consciously decided, I don't want kids. Yeah, please, if you're listening, please give me a call. My number is 0711 046 105. If you've consciously decided, I don't want kids, please let me know why. You can also find me on X at Mike Mondo1 at Classic 105 Kenya. That hashtag Mike and Kingange. Continue with our morning conversation today. And it's something that's becoming a trend. And if you think I am lying, by the way, please go and do this research in your own office. Look for a young girl. Umulize, do you want to have kids? See what she tells you. Just try. Don't take my word for it. You ask. If you have a child today who's in campus, give her a call and ask, do you want to have children? See what she tells you. It's a growing trend, and that's why I put up that article of this lady called Ebi Weyime, who's 34 years old, lives in Nyali, Mombasa. She's a successful woman. She has traveled. She's doing well for herself, but she has tied her tubes and said, I don't want kids. Full stop. She calls them an unnecessary burden. And even if you look at the statistics, by the way, our fertility rates have gone down. Whereas in the 70s, we had one of the highest fertility rates globally, where around 8 children were conceived per woman. As of last year, that rate has decreased to 3.19 children per woman. 3 children per woman from 8. And it's going lower and lower and lower. Here's my question. I want to find out because I usually look at women as the custodians of childbirth in terms of they will decide when a child will be born. I put it, a woman decides. If you're a man and you think it's you who decides, by the way, you're in Delulu land. You're delusional. Women make that choice. If they don't want to have your baby, I guarantee you a woman will never have your baby. Here's the thing. Ladies, what is this that's making you not want kids? What have you seen? What have you gone through? Or you've seen your friends go through, family members go through, that made you go like, where? Mimi, catch me dead having anyone's baby. 0711 046 105 is my number. Talk to me.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. This topic today about kids and women.
Yes.
Okay, I'm telling you, okay, kids can sometimes be a bother, a burden,
A bother and a burden.
Yeah, but if someone doesn't want to have kids,
Yes.
they would rather not, if they are not willing. Getting kids is about mindset and commitment and choice.
Okay.
Because some of these kids that are just left out, badly brought up, they are brought up by parents who are not so much into them.
Okay.
So, if someone chooses not to have, they would rather not to. Never. They should never be forced, or the situation should not force them to have kids.
Okay.
But as for me, watoto lazima. You know, they give you a sense of belonging as a man. Marriage, you know that.
If your woman today said, I don't want kids, hiyo imeisha.
Hiyo inakuwa story za japa. You know, kids gives you a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
And they also make you change. They also change you for good. They make you committed. They change you for the good. Kids are for the good. And again, as a man, as an African person,
Yeah.
children gives you a lineage.
Okay.
On, up a family of kids.
Sawa, my brother. Thank you, and of course, all the best. Okay, asante.
Good morning. First of all, you sound exactly like Maina. If you don't say it's mine,
maybe Maina sounds like me.
Well, maybe, but you guys. Anyway, so
yes,
maybe I'm a 32-year-old woman.
Yes.
And I don't want kids.
Okay, thank you. Now, let me first explain to me why. Why have you chosen this as a path?
First of all, the way you guys show us dust in this trip.
Hey.
So imagine, nimachona watoto watatu. Peke yangu. Yeah, so I'm just protecting myself. Also,
yeah,
if I were to have kids,
yes,
I want to give them the best test of life.
So what if you had all the money in the world, you could handle yourself and your kids, would you have kids?
Yeah, maybe one.
Maybe
or
kamoja.
Twins.
Yeah, but kama your money is not right.
If I had all the money, they'd go to Lorosi school, you know. Lakini if kuishi kijiji Kawangware in a one bedroom na watoto watatu, and then the man is still showing me shege. No. Let me just be where I am.
Ebu, let me ask you, are you seeing anyone?
No.
So will you tell the person that when you meet that person you're seeing, would you tell them that I don't want kids?
Definitely.
Okay. Sawa. Thank you for that, eh?
Yeah, have a good day, Mike.
You
and
too.
Continue to get Maina.
Sawa. Wow. Are you hearing? She's 32. She said, she doesn't want kids. And it's a growing trend among a lot of ladies nowadays where they're saying, Mimi, from what I have seen and experienced, mambo ya watoto, I don't want to hear. Have a final word. 0711-046-105 is my number. Ladies, what is this that you've seen that's making you say, I don't want kids? Yeah. June Wonder Woo, you're telling me, I think ladies have a point in not wanting children because of being left with those kids alone to fend for them. And number two is that they've developed a feeling that that's what men want, not to have kids. So what I'm talking about this morning, about how there's a growing number of young women today who have made that choice, that we are not going to have kids. I don't want children. The number of times I sit down with some of my female friends and they repeat this, and I'm not talking about just kawaida ati ni watu wana struggle. Apana. These are women with their own chums. I know a lady who owns at least 3 apartments here in Kilimani. Beautiful young girl. She's about 36 years old, and she tells me, I always tell her, now your investments are working, your job is paying you well. Sitafuta a nice mujama, you get married to, you have babies. She says, I can get married, but children, hell no. Yeah? There's even that article I've posted there on my X. By the way, go check it out at Mike Mondo1 at Classic 105 Kenya. The hashtag is Mike and Kingangi. By the way, it's of an article of a lady called Ebiwe Weyime. 34 years old, lives in uptown Mombasa, hapo Nyali, and she's already tied her tubes. She said, but she's a successful woman, highly educated, well-traveled, makes tunes with her own business. But she said kids is a no-no. She calls them an unnecessary burden and she doesn't want them. And it's a growing trend among women today who are actively deciding against motherhood. I want to understand, what has led you there, ladies? What is it you've seen? What have you experienced? What circumstances have you gone through that have made you decide the best thing for me is no kids? Have the final word. 0711 046105 is my number. Talk to me.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I need to change that topic, yeah?
Okay, go ahead, my dear.
Okay, so personally, I don't want kids.
You don't want kids?
No.
Okay, please explain why.
And this is about my decision.
Mm-hmm.
Finances are not frightened. It's not about my husband's finances, but your own.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a decision that I've made. If my finances are not right, no, I'm not going to do it.
So you must get your finances right first, and then you can agree to get pregnant.
Yes.
Okay. Hiya. So, thank you. Classic 105, hello.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Talk to me.
So your conversation today, children should be a personal decision.
Okay.
Irrespective of whether you're raising them with someone or alone. Because at the end of the day, as a woman, you need to have children you can afford, not just financially, but also emotionally. And as a woman, you don't have a reverse gear.
Okay.
A man is a better point and decide, but this is not what I thought it was.
So,
but as a woman, once you take up that journey, that's it.
Let me ask you. Do you personally want kids?
Personally?
Yeah.
I'm recalibrated. It's been a no, but I might recalibrate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa. Thank you. Huh?
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
I'm good, and you?
I'm very well. Talk to me, my dear.
Okay. I'm Anne at first. Hii issue ya watoto hii imekuwa ngumu kwa sisi wanawake sana.
Kwa nini?
Especially if a girl has money. Anataka to spend that time with the girls. So the baby is the kids are going to be a burden to her.
Okay.
On the other side,
yeah.
Sisi wenye hatuna pesa. Sisi wenye tuna struggle na life. Sometimes we view it as if tukishapata watoto tutateseka. So
kwa hivyo wewe ukipata pesa unaweza zaa watoto wengi vile unataka.
For me, yes.
Lakini kama pesa haiko,
I get a supportive husband.
Oh, and a supportive husband.
Yes.
Okay. Hi.
But if I'm alone,
yes,
I get up to the numbers that I can accommodate.
But what if you have a supportive husband but hamuna pesa?
A supportive husband, at least anakupea moral, amtateseka. Uko na supportive husband mwenye anaweza toka nje aende atafute pesa mkuja. Si pesa si pesa mingi, at least anaweza kulisha watoto.
Yeah.
Anawapenda, si mtu mwenye ako tu hivyo. Naelewa wanaume tu wako tu.
Naelewa. Thank you so much for sharing that.
For me, I'm going to get 2 or 3. I have one at
Okay. Sawa.
Yeah.
2 to go. May God bless you this year. Upate wa pili.
No, Mike. No, I'm not ready.
Sawa. Have a good day.